Hello children, do you like listening to stories? I love sharing stories. Stories are beautiful, stories are wonderful. Stories teach you so many things and stories help you see new things all the time. Today I'm going to share with you one of my favorite stories. I love saying this story to my son. I hope you enjoy it as well. Today's story is a story about Peppa Pig. Do you know who Peppa Pig is? Let's begin her story now. The name of today's book is Baby Alexander. Baby Alexander, and this is from the Peppa Pig series. Let's begin the story, okay? Let's start. Peppa and George's cousins are coming to visit. Wah, wah. Baby Alexander makes a lot of noise. Hello, Peppa. Hello, George. Cousin Chloe shouts over her brothers crying. See who's this? Uncle Pig, Auntie Pig, Cousin Chloe, and Baby Alexander. Can you see how small Baby Alexander is? He's crying like this. Wah, wah. Do you have any cousins who cry? How do they cry? Do they do wah, wah? Let's find out what little Alexander does next. Hello, Baby Alexander, says Peppa, smiling. He can't talk, Peppa, replies Chloe. So how do you know what he wants? Asks Peppa. We guess, replies Uncle Pig. And I'm guessing he's hungry. See, this is Peppa and she's saying hello to her little baby Alexander because he doesn't know how to speak. But they only guess what baby Alexander says. Okay? And Uncle Pig is guessing that baby Alexander is hungry. Let's find out what happens next. Do you cry when you're hungry? What do you do when you're hungry? Let's see what happens to baby Alexander next. Why don't you feed him, Peppa? Suggests Auntie Pig. Here you are, Peppa says, holding out the spoon. But baby Alexander turns his head away. You know what happens? Peppa tries to feed baby Alexander. She gives him a spoonful of things, but baby Alexander turns his head away. He doesn't want to eat. Are you like that? Do you turn your head away when Mama tries and gives you food? Oh, maybe some of you are like that. Maybe not. But let's find out what baby Alexander does next. Pretend the spoon is an aeroplane, says Auntie Pig. Pretend that it's not a spoon. Pretend it's an aeroplane, says Auntie Pig. Here comes the aeroplane, cries Peppa. Vroom! So what does Peppa do? She takes the spoon in her hand and she pretends it's an aeroplane and she gives it to baby Alexander and she says, here comes the aeroplane. Vroom! Hooray! Baby Alexander has swallowed a mouthful. You know what baby Alexander does? When he sees the aeroplane coming towards him, it's actually just a spoon of food, but when he sees that coming towards him, he opens his mouth and he swallows a mouthful. Baby Alexander starts eating his food. Look at him. His face is dirty, but he's at least started eating his food, and Peppa managed to make him eat one bite. Fabulous job, Peppa. Let's go on. At bath time, Peppa says, can you say dinosaur? Cuckoo, says baby Alexander. He still can't talk, Peppa, says cousin Chloe. He will soon, replies Peppa, and then you'll know what he wants. So when it's bath time, Peppa tries to ask Alexander if he can say dinosaur. But he can't. So what does he say? Cuckoo. He's a little baby and little babies say cuckoo sometimes. Cousin Chloe reminds, he still can't talk. But Peppa's confident that soon baby Alexander will start talking and then everyone will know exactly what he wants. Later, they take baby Alexander out in his buggy. This is the sky, says Peppa. Can you say sky? They put little baby Alexander in his buggy and they take him out for a walk. And then they show him the sky and they ask him, this is the sky. Can you say sky? Cuckoo, says baby Alexander. The sky is where rain comes from. Can you say rain? Asks Peppa. So Peppa's really trying to make him speak. She shows him the sky and she tells him to stay sky. But he only says cuckoo. Then she shows him the rain and she says that the rain is coming from the sky. Can you say rain? He still says only cuckoo. Rain is good for making muddy puddles, Peppa explains. I love jumping up and down in puddles. Puddles, says baby Alexander. Woo! Everyone gasps. Alexander has said his first word, exclaims Auntie Pig. Puddles! So what happens now? Peppa just tells Alexander, I love jumping up and down in puddles. We all know that Peppa likes doing that. And Alexander picks up that word. He says, puddles. And everyone's surprised, everyone's shocked, everyone's happy. And they say, ooh, baby Alexander has said his first word, puddles. Look at this, everyone's shocked. Uncle Pig, Daddy Pig, Auntie Pig, Mummy Pig, Cousin Chloe, Peppa, George. Everyone's absolutely shocked because baby Alexander has said his first word, puddles. Let's see what happens next. Hooray! Puddles! Everyone shouts together. Everyone's so happy. They shout together. Hooray! Puddles! And I taught him to say it, says Peppa proudly. Peppa's really proud because she's the one who taught him how to say his first word. Puddles, says baby Alexander. Ha ha ha! What a clever baby! Isn't he clever? He learned how to speak so fast. And not only that, he learned how to say a very, very difficult word. Puddles! Baby Alexander's a smart kid and the whole family is really, really happy. Are you happy? Children, did you enjoy this story? Let me tell you what's my favorite part about this story. My favorite part about this story is that Peppa is a very good big sister. Not only does she love little cousin Alexander, but also she takes care of him. She tries to make him eat his food. She's trying to teach him to speak. And in fact, she manages to teach him his first word, puddles. I love this story and I love it because of two things. Baby Alexander's so cute and Peppa's so loving. Now, let's discuss some of the words we learnt in this story. The first word we learnt in this story is dinosaur. Does anyone know what a dinosaur is? Do you know? If you know, say yay! Okay, if you don't know, let me tell you. Dinosaurs were huge creatures that lived on the earth much before us. Even before your Hazur-bua, Hazurama, Mummy, Daddy, anyone was born. Dinosaurs went extinct 65 million years ago. Dinosaurs were huge creatures and they were majestic and the earth was their home before we came on earth. The second word we learnt today was up. What does the word up mean? U-P, up. Up, down. The sky is up. The fan is up. The ceiling is up. The floor is down. My feet are down. This is up. This is down. U-P, up and down. Up. Okay? So the two words you learnt today were dinosaur, D-I-N-O-S-A-U-R, dinosaur, which were huge creatures who lived on the earth. And the second word you learnt today was up, U-P, up. Up and down. Up, mathi, down, tola. Is that okay, children? Now let's quickly start with our activity. After you've heard the story of Peppa Pig and baby Alexander, you must be curious to find out what was your first word. So, do one thing. Speak to Mummy, speak to Daddy and ask them to tell you which was your first word and when you said it for the first time. Tell them to discuss this with you. Note for all the mummies and daddies who are watching this, please have a conversation. Share with your little children what was their first word. They love to know this. Recently, I told my son what his first word was, and he was really surprised and fascinated by it. Please do this, and after your children have found out what their first word is, please put it below in the comment section. I would love to find out as well. Have a super fun day, children. Have a great day. I'll be back soon with another story for all of you. Bye-bye.